Okay, hello. Thanks for watching this video on the Monique Burr Foundation Child Safety Matters. We're going to be running through about a little bit about this program and what we'll be covering with all your students today. So I'm going to kick us off, and just a reminder that we do this training every year because of Senate Bill 401, which requires us to talk about child safety, child abuse prevention yearly. So this is why we do this every year with grades K through 9 and cover a variety of very important topics. So again, we're going to be running through those and talking a little bit more about that today. So getting started here, let's talk a little bit more about the Monique Burr Foundation. It is a non-for-profit organization started by Edward Burr in 1997 on the one-year anniversary of the death of his wife, Monique Burr, and to continue her legacy of child protection and child advocacy. From 97 to 2009, the foundation provided a variety of prevention, education, advocacy, and community leadership efforts towards protecting children, but in 2009 decided to exclusively focus on child abuse prevention education. The foundation is dedicated to protecting children from all types of maltreatment and exploitation by providing the best prevention education programs, collaborating with partner organizations, and engaging in child safety initiatives with community awareness efforts and resources. And before we go on, realize I didn't introduce myself. I am Derek Therian. I'm the 7th grade school counselor. Okay, so moving on to slide number 3 here. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is Monique Burr Foundation has 2 school-based programs. We have the Child Safety Matters for elementary schools and the Monique Burr Foundation Teen Safety Matters for middles and high school. So why do we need this prevention education in our school, and why do you need to know this information? As I introduced, we're going to be talking a lot more about why this is actually needed. Okay, so we're going to throw up some facts here that you can read through. I'm just going to get them all up on the screen. There we go. So as you're reading through those, you can see some pretty significant statistics, and it can be frankly a little alarming. But just a reminder that these things are happening, and that we can get out ahead of it, and we can teach our students not only prevention, which is absolutely our goal, but also how to report, how to help their friends, and we can all work together to keep our community a lot safer. Again, I'm just going to get these all up on the screen here for you. So a lot more statistics here. So there's about 76 million children in the U.S. and 46 million can be expected to be touched by violence. The National Child Traumatic Stress Network estimates that 1 out of 4 children is or will be a victim of some sort of traumatization before they turn 18. So again, these stats can be very alarming, and our goal, of course, is to all of us working together to lower these numbers, which is why it's great that you're taking the time to watch this video and learn a little bit more about what our prevention efforts are and what we'll be teaching your children, because we're hoping that we can continue this conversation between home and school by just keeping that conversation going and using these different tools and systems that we'll be teaching your students. So again, just do these work? Absolutely. I mean, that's why we're doing it. Sorry about that. Let me get these up on the screen for you here. And okay, well, that transition is not working, so I'll read a little bit more for you there. Anyway, so you can read right there on the screen, and there it's loading in nice and smoothly there. Okay. So I don't want to read all this out to you, but again, just a lot more interesting stats about what we're seeing, and then finding that by teaching this in school, by doing these comprehensive programs, by being very direct and upfront and honest with our students and our parents and our guardians, that we can get to a much higher level of prevention. Okay, and now we'll start talking a little bit more about the features here, and I'm about ready to pass it off to my colleagues. But let's start that conversation on what we'll actually be teaching and what that will look like. Okay. So, Monique Burr Foundation programs work because they are absolutely committed to research and studying their effectiveness. The MBF Child Safety Matters program is evidence based and having undergone 4 separate studies that show how effective it is. And the Teen Safety Matters is now being evaluated, but it is evidence based and evidence informed and was developed based on the same theoretical foundations and best practices as CSM. And you can read the more summaries at the mbfpreventioneducation.org. So they have a lot more information online, but there you can see some of the different stats and information about how they've studied the effectiveness of this program.
And good morning. I am Tamika Edgecombe. I am one of the elementary counselors. And so I'm going to pick it up from here. And like he said, that it's evidence based and it's actually trusted and supported by different organizations such as Crimes Against Children Research Center, the Florida Office of the Attorney General, the National Educators to Stop Trafficking. So again, it's been researched and it's a very trusted curriculum, and it is age appropriate. So it's scripted, age appropriate. It's great. There are several benefits to this program. So, some of the benefits for schools is it engages teachers with in class reinforcement activities. We have activities that we give teachers that they can reinforce what they're learning. And then for community, the overall impact on a community could decrease bullying because we cover bullying. I mean, it engages the entire community in public safety and child welfare. So again, it is to help keep our children safe. It is a child safety curriculum. Other benefits might include for children, it reduces long term consequences of abuse, and it keeps parents as the ultimate authority in children's lives. It provides access to additional resources and tools, as well as ongoing support. It also increases for children communication with key adults in their lives about the important and sensitive topics. So kids become more empowered to discuss with safe adults things that they really need to talk about. Also, for kindergarten through 5th grade, the curriculum looks similar to this. Of course, it looks different for Teen Safety Matters, but all of it is pretty much similar. So, this is the format. So, lesson 1 with kindergarten through 5th graders will focus on the different types of abuse, general safety and prevention, who harms kids and how, and then safe versus unsafe strangers, safe adults, and then, of course, we cover safety rules. In lesson 2, we will cover things like bullying and cyberbullying, digital abuse and safety. So, how to stay safe online. We cover things like digital citizenship, being responsible online. So, those types of things. So, it's split up into 2 lessons for K through 5th. Okay. And then for Teen Safety Matters, they either split it up into 2 lessons or 3. But we have the dates available for you already, and we will send those out along with the opt out as well if you do not want your child to participate. But again, as you can see, this is an excellent program for children to participate in, and it helps to keep them safe. Okay, so in the curriculum, it is fun and engaging. It has pictures, videos, safe pictures and videos, activities and games. And so we do like safety checks. How are you? Things like that. Again, this curriculum is scripted, so we're not making up anything. We have to follow the script in order to make sure that it stays age appropriate. And so, it's again, a lot of schools use it all across the nation. Excellent program. We give situations, movements are a way for kids in elementary just to remember how to stay safe. So we do things like squat down at different times, and we'll teach the children about that. Okay. And then we cover the 5 safety rules, which is knowing what's up. We teach children how to spot the red flags, how to make a move, how to get away from a situation that they might feel might not be healthy or safe for them. How to talk it up, meaning how to go ahead and say something about it. And then, of course, no blame, no shame, how to not take on ownership if something ever happens. And again, this is all done in a very age appropriate way. Okay, every child deserves to be safe, and we feel that way here at GCA. We love our children and we want everyone to be safe. So, we want parents to be educated about these topics covered in Monique Burr Child Safety Matters program. And we want the conversations to continue at home so that your children can remain safe. I'm going to open up that communication and protect our children and teens. Okay, child abuse. Of course, that's one of the main topics that's covered in this curriculum. Students will learn strategies to help safe adults keep them safe. So again, they learn about the types of abuse, how to recognize safe and unsafe situations. Okay, they will learn about who abuses children, safety rules, all of these things that are listed right here, and how to report and who to report to. Grooming behaviors, all types of tactics. So they learn a lot about different things here. And of course, they learn about the 4 types of abuse, which is physical, sexual, neglect, and emotional. And you can see it right here. The indicators for abuse, like indicators are ways to recognize that abuse might be happening. Here are some indicators right here. So, chronic injuries, and this is for you as a parent, right? We don't cover all of these things in the curriculum with the children, but we do have resources for parents as well. So, those are some of the things that will be covered. I'm going to pass it on to my next colleague.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Miss G. I am one of our high school counselors. I'm going to close it out for us and talk a little bit more about disclosing child abuse and get into that bullying and cyberbullying topics. Once it gets loaded up for us, there we go. So many children don't disclose or they really delay their disclosure. So this is why we want to just create this community of communication where we are allowing children to feel safe and disclose as soon as it's happening or sooner rather than later. Many take 5 years or more to disclose. That's going to be most of the abuses. And at that point, we would like to do something before that point comes. So there's some examples of disclosures, and I'm not sure if they're out there. Okay. So there's going to be a hinted disclosure where a child might say, a neighbor is messing with me. There's going to be a question disclosure where a child might say, what would happen if someone was hurting a kid and told someone about it? Where they're kind of just like, oh, this is totally hypothetical, but like, what if this happened? Then there's the conditional disclosure, which is where students or children will say, I need to tell you something, but you have to promise not to tell. And so those are just some examples of ways that a child might disclose to you or to an adult at school. All right, so we're going to talk also about bullying and cyberbullying. Since we're a cyber school, we are going to focus a little more on the cyberbullying aspect because that might be more common what our students encounter, especially when they're using social media and other things that are outside of the school. So we teach students about what bullying is, what it isn't, and then you're going to see the rest of the things pop up. And then the most important thing that we teach them is how to report, and that telling in this case is not tattling when you're trying to keep someone safe. So when safety is involved, it is not tattling. And you can read through some of the other options that we are going to be teaching. So then we have our definition of cyber or of bullying. So bullying is those repeated acts of hostility or aggression where there is a real or perceived imbalance of power and the victim cannot defend themselves. So then the types of bullying are going to be those physical, verbal, or social isolation, and then the digital or cyber bullying. So for here, our definition of cyberbullying is, again, that repeated threatening or harassing behavior that occurs online via the internet or cell phone. And this can include social media, whether that's sending harassing messages or posting incorrect information or certain pictures, or even impersonating someone's account. So these are some of our indicators of cyberbullying. I'm going to let you read through those. And these could just be some warning signs to look out for, especially if you're seeing multiple of these at once. Might be a sign that there may be some cyberbullying going on in your child's life. And then there is a big thing we're going to talk about. This is going to be our big focus is digital safety and digital citizenship. So being safe online. So these are going to be some of the things that we teach them to be smart digital citizens and have their best online life. We are going to focus a lot on who can be looking at their online profile, when and what to post, and how to make those good decisions on what they put online. So the definition of digital abuse is the victimization of children using any electronic or digital device. So that includes gaming systems, social medias and apps, phones, computers, anything that has an internet connection needed to use. And then our definition of that digital citizenship is the respectful, responsible, and safe use of technology. So that is going to be our main focus in the second part or third part of the lessons, is focusing on just using our technology as a help in the best way possible. So this is just some interesting facts about the digital reputation. So everything everyone does online is creating a digital reputation for them. And these are just some good statistics on what might be going on online. So usually females have twice as many pictures as males. So that's kind of an interesting fact too, is making sure that your female students are posting a reasonable amount of pictures and pictures that would give them a good digital reputation. So there is a ton of stuff posted to the internet every second. We want to make sure our students are putting their best foot forward when they put stuff online. And here is some more of those resources that we were talking about. So you can visit mbfpreventioneducation.org for a lot of great parent resources on, reporting and recognizing child abuse, the real world safety, and protecting your child. And then there's going to be resources on their Facebook, their Twitter, their Instagram, good snapshots on the best things that you can do. There's also an online course and a free app, all on the mbfpreventioneducation.org. So they have a lot of great stuff for you to check out. You can contact the Monique Burr Foundation via email, again, that same website, or by calling them by phone. They are very caring people. This organization is built for child safety and protection. They are here to help get you through any questions that you have about their program or about any resources. All right, so that is the end of our parent informational presentation. As we said, there will be an opt-out form coming if you would like to opt your child out of receiving this information. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us or Monique Burr to get your questions answered. All right, thank you all for watching, and we hope you found this helpful.